It was his birthday on the 8th of
Yes,
November.
so, yeah, I'm going to say it. You two, you was only 6th, Abby. Are you
No,
guys?
the 5th, the 5th of November.
Yes, yes. You're only 5th, right?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it 5th or 6th?
5th,
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Are you guys, you heard it from us? Yes, yes, yes. That reminds me. That reminds me. I'm going to yab you. Yes, we're back. We're back on the Vintage Talk Show. I was just, I mean, I was just nudged now. I remember, I don't know why my guys were playing hanky panky with me last week. Or is it this week? This week, actually. This week, my colleagues, yeah, we're celebrated their birthdays without letting me know, so that I do not call them out for drinks or for something to refresh and all that. Alex was on the 5th of November. Mr. T was on the 8th of November. I mean, I don't know what they were scared. Just like 3 or 4 or 5 days away from mine, and they chose to hide it. Well, in spite of your sins, we forgive you. Happy birthday, Alex. Happy birthday,
Thank
Mr.
you very
T.
much, sir.
More grease to your elbow, or more elbow to your grease, whichever works well for you. You know,
I think they both work.
congratulations.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
to let's move on to global trends and see what the world is saying. The Portuguese Prime Minister resigns. Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa has resigned after investigators searched his official residence as part of a corruption probe involving lithium mines and hydrogen production. Eh,
Wow.
not in my country because of their searching. Maybe I resigned.
Definitely not in Africa. You won't see that happen.
Not in Africa. Okay, but we'll get there. We are evolving. We get to a point where we will start having people. I mean, but there will be so many people. There will be so many people, Alex. If they follow this culture, we'll be having like 10 a day.
In
I'm
Nigeria.
telling you. Okay. Another says grenade death. A close aide to the head of Ukraine's armed forces was killed when a grenade he received as a birthday present exploded. The
Wow.
country's interior minister has said Ukrainian commentators are questioning the official account of a tragic accident. Well, I don't know. It's a very tragic thing. But how do you come? Okay, you are in a wartime, so you are looking for emblems of war. How do you give live grenade as birthday present?
Oh,
Ah,
God.
that's I mean, perhaps it was not identified as a fragile thing or a delicate thing, and someone dropped it, and that was a tragic birthday. Um, Alex will like this. Room with a deal. An Italian judge has ordered the seizure of 779.5 million euros. That's about 835 million dollars, 676 British pounds sterling. I don't want to go convert it to naira now.
No, the zeros may be a bit too many.
From Airbnb over alleged tax evasion. Prosecutors say the short-term rental giant failed to collect a tax from landlords on around 3.7 billion euro of rental income. Wow, wow. Well, so it happens all over the world. We don't. It's not only Nigeria that we evade taxes.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see a couple more. Today we want to be post haste. UN warns violence in Sudan verging on pure evil. Violence against civilians in Sudan is verging on pure evil, a senior United Nations official warned on Friday. As the humanitarian crisis in the country worsens and ethnic violence escalates in the western region of Darfur.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, it's now
Yeah.
close to pure evil. What the catastrophe that's going on in Sudan? Oh,
Oh, so there's a place called Darfur in Sudan.
yes, yes, it's the
I know
most.
there's a place called Darfur in Somalia too.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's the more popular Darfur, I
yeah.
guess. Okay,
But
there's a
it's a
surgical,
sad thing. It's a sad thing.
very, very tragic, very tragic. Where they're killing civilians all over the place.
Yeah, and
There's a
it brings
surgical,
to mind those who are crying for war, Niger and all that. It gives you examples of what can happen in a crisis like that.
what kind of silly cry is that? Crying for war? What do they want war for? Eh? So that they can get more money for equipment. Well, let's move on. There's surgical breakthrough. Surgeons in New York say they have performed the world's first complete eye transplant on a man. It's not certain he will regain vision. Report shows the impression. I mean, it's a complete. That means they would move from one person
And put it
in
in the other person.
the
Yeah.
other, all the strands, all the lines, all the veins.
All the
Wow,
nerves,
all the
you know
nerves.
how complex that can be. They will have to operate under a microscope so that they can link some of those nerves that are very small together.
Tiny, hardly, the eye can hardly see it. Okay, we come to the second part of the global trends. Let's take a short commercial break. Wow.
Did you read about a nuclear threat that Israel are considering using a nuclear bomb in the war against
Oh,
Palestine?
I read it, but it seemed like a hint, some kind of deterrence threat.
I think
I
they're
don't.
grandstanding. They're
Yes,
grandstanding, really,
I think so. How will
because
you agree?
a nuclear bomb, the backlash is terrible. For years, you still be
Yeah,
feeling it.
and you will
The
lose support all over the
rad,
world.
yeah, radiation and all those things.
We are going back. Mm. Yes, we are back. We are back on the Vintage Talk Show. Yeah, I have one or two more items to conclude. Robert De Niro, the actor's company, Canal Production, has been ordered to pay a former assistant $1.2 million dollars in damages over claims of gender discrimination and retaliation. Jurors did not find the actor personally liable. That's my favorite. That's my favorite American actor. Uh, thank God they didn't say it was directly involved. But to pay 1.2 million to an assistant for
For
something
discrimination,
gender discrimination, it's a big stain. A big stain. Finally, Liverpool and Colombia forward, I mean, that's football player Luis Diaz's father was released on Thursday by the left wing guerrilla guerrillas who kidnapped him 13 days ago. That will be 14 days now. This was yesterday's news. Luis Manuel Diaz was handed over to the United Nations and the Catholic Church officials by members of the National Liberation Army. He was abducted on the 28th of October in the family's hometown, Barrancas. The footballer's mother was also seized but was freed within hours. It's great to hear that. Uh, I remember him coming on to score against Luton Town to get an equalizer a couple of about a week and a half ago. Even with all this trauma of a kidnapper. It just reminds me of John Mikelobi when he was playing for Chelsea and Nigeria, and his father was kidnapped twice. uh, it, Interesting times were. Well, Alex, we have come to the end of the global trends. We'll take a short break and come back. By the way, today is a good day. Also, it's a great uh, birthday for someone I consider as a great person. 11th of November. It's birthday of Pastor Tunde Bakari. Happy birthday, Pastor B. And more power, more fire, and less controversies. Uh, have a wonderful. Have a
Good luck with that. Less controversies.
Okay.